When your body starts reacting to foods that should be good for you, it's easy to feel like you're falling apart. But that's not what's happening. Your immune system is on overdrive because autoimmunity creates this storm inside of our bodies. So you're not broken, it's just that there's deeper healing that needs to happen. Today I want to share a simple template with you that will show you a common way to eat when you're in the middle of an autoimmune flare-up. And it's designed to soothe your immune system and nourish your gut without adding any stress. If you're new to my channel, I'm Jennifer Franchak, a functional nutritionist, and I help professional, family-focused women in their 30s to 50s who've been diagnosed with autoimmune disease to finally take control of their flare-ups and feel like themselves again so they can enjoy their lives. Now, let's dive in. When your immune system is flaring, the goal for you is to calm your immune system and nourish your body with healing foods. Plus, when you're in the middle of a flare, you're probably really tired and you don't feel well. And the last thing you want to do or think about is preparing some kind of complicated multi-step meal. And honestly, this is where it can become really tempting to just kind of grab anything that's easy, which, let's face it, that's usually highly processed foods and maybe even fast food. And if that's what tends to happen for you, no judgment, I totally get it. But today I want to give you some ideas for a better option that will help you to lower the inflammation instead of ramping it up, and that will also be super simple for you to throw together. I call this your flare-up reset template, and it's built around easy to digest anti-inflammatory foods that will support gut healing, which is so important with autoimmunity, without triggering more stress on your system. So here's an overview of what I'm talking about and what this would look like. First of all, drink bone broth. I know you've heard me talk about this before, but when you're in the middle of an autoimmune flare, one of the most soothing and supportive things that you can give your body is a good quality bone broth. And it's not just trendy, it's actually deeply therapeutic. And this is because it contains collagen and gelatin and amino acids like glycine and glutamine, and these help to repair your gut lining, which is often compromised during flares. That means less immune system activation and fewer flare triggers. It's also anti-inflammatory, it's easy to digest, and it's packed with minerals that your body needs when it's under stress. Plus, when you're sipping something warm and nourishing, it actually helps to signal to your nervous system to shift out of fight or flight mode and into healing mode. So bone broth is like a reset button for your gut and your immune system. And if you don't want to make it yourself, there are some really great brands that you can easily order online or buy at the store. I like Bare Bones, Kettle and Fire, and Bonafide Provisions. Those are 3 really good brands that I highly recommend. And the best thing is that you can keep these on hand in your pantry or in your freezer, and so they're readily available for you if you have a flare-up. So the next part of your flare-up reset template is adding well-cooked vegetables. And this is because during an autoimmune flare, your digestion can actually slow down and become more sensitive. So raw vegetables might actually feel irritating to your system. On the other hand, when you eat well-cooked vegetables like zucchini and carrots and peeled sweet potato, these are much easier for your body to digest, and especially when you have an inflamed gut. And this is because when you cook them, your body breaks down those fibers so that your body doesn't have to work quite as hard to absorb the nutrients. These are vegetables that are also rich in antioxidants, vitamins A and C, and they're gut-friendly starches that are going to help to feed your beneficial bacteria and help to support both gut healing and immune balance. So there's so many reasons why eating vegetables in general is important, but during a flare-up, eating well-cooked vegetables that your body can easily absorb those nutrients. You can kind of think about them like nutrient-rich comfort food that your body can actually use. And if chopping feels like too much, especially if you have rheumatoid arthritis or something that's affecting your joints, you can grab pre-cut frozen or bagged organic options that you can have ready in minutes. Or you can also use tools like a food processor, something that will do that chopping for you so that you don't have to add to any pain that you're feeling right now. Now, the next thing that I want you to add to your reset template are healing fats. And I'm talking about like a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil or half of an avocado. Now, not only do healthy fats make your food taste better, but they also fight inflammation. Healthy fats are a key player in calming the immune system, and they help to regulate cytokines, which are the chemical messengers that can kind of ramp up inflammation during a flare-up. Plus, we need these healthy fats so that we can absorb important vitamins like A and D and E and K, because these are fat-soluble vitamins and they're crucial for immune function and tissue repair and gut lining health. And without enough fat, even the healthiest of vegetables can't fully nourish you and contribute fully to healing. So if your appetite is low or your digestion is feeling a little sluggish, getting in a small dose of these healing fats can make your meal more satisfying and therapeutic without feeling too heavy. Click the like button if this is making sense so far. Now, if you're watching this video and everything's sounding good, but you're like, Jen, this is great for when I'm in a flare, but how do I avoid having those flare-ups in the first place? I've totally got you. In my signature Autoimmune Harmony Program, you'll get personalized step-by-step plans that evolve as you heal, and these will help you to calm your inflammation and heal your gut and dramatically reduce your flare-ups in 6 months or less. In fact, many of my clients actually see their symptoms starting to go away within the first several weeks of the program. And we do this by using advanced functional medicine testing, including the GI map test and other comprehensive labs to actually uncover what's going on under the surface. So we won't be guessing, we will actually have real data to guide us and to help create your personalized healing plan and rebalancing supplement protocol. Plus, you're going to get printable, done-for-you meal collections that are tailored to your unique needs, complete with delicious recipes and grocery lists, so that healing feels simple and sustainable and actually fits your lifestyle, which is so important. And I will be there for you during the whole process, bringing over 10 years of experience with me to answer all of the questions that inevitably will come up while you're healing, while you're making these changes. And in fact, you can message me at any point during the day if anything comes up, and I'm always there to help you troubleshoot things. So if you're ready to feel confident in your body again and just stop worrying about when the next flare-up is going to happen and finally take control of your health without feeling overwhelmed, just click on the link in the description box below and schedule a free autoimmune insight session with me. And during this session, we can chat and just talk about your struggles, your goals, and whether or not this program will be the right next step for you. Now, getting back to our flare-up reset template, the next thing that I want you to add in are herbs and spices, because these can boost the flavor of your food and help with digestion, especially during a flare. Ginger and turmeric are anti-inflammatory powerhouses, really. And they basically work by helping to block the inflammatory pathways in the body, kind of like nature's own ibuprofen, but without the gut irritating side effects. And fresh ginger in particular is really beneficial. It can help to soothe nausea, support healthy digestion, and even help to move food through your system more comfortably. And something really simple that you can do, that I like to do sometimes, is you can just grate a little bit of fresh ginger into a warm mug of water and add some lemon and brew it as a tea. And it's really simple and just really calming to your system. Turmeric is another great spice that you can add because it contains curcumin, which has been shown in studies to reduce flare-related inflammation and support immune balance. You can sprinkle turmeric over roasted or steamed vegetables with a little bit of sea salt and extra virgin olive oil. And the olive oil, actually, as a side note, boosts the absorption of the curcumin. Now, you may have heard that you should always combine turmeric with black pepper so that it's better absorbed by your body. And this is completely true, but when you have an autoimmune disease, and especially when you're in a flare, black pepper can sometimes be problematic. And this is because it contains something called piperine, which can actually stimulate your immune system and irritate the gut lining, which are two things that we really don't want to do when your immune system is already inflamed. So I would skip the black pepper if you're going to have some turmeric, and use something like extra virgin olive oil, which will also help you to really absorb that curcumin, which is, again, that component in the turmeric that will help with your inflammation. Fennel seeds can also be really helpful, especially if you've been feeling really bloated or you have some abdominal discomfort. You can just toss a little bit of these into simmering broth or steep them in some hot water, and you can make just a really simple tea that will support your digestion and reduce some of that belly tension. And remember, if chopping or prepping just seems too overwhelming and just too much in the moment, it's completely okay to just get some organic ginger or turmeric tea bags that are already made and put together, and you can just steep them and sip on them. So these herbs are small additions that can actually make a big difference in how you feel. And the last thing that I'll mention is if you're craving something sweet, I know I tend to crave sweet things, and it's really hard when you're trying to avoid inflammation, you're trying to avoid processed sugars. Something that is really, really good and can be your go-to, especially during a flare, are baked cinnamon apples. Not only are they delicious, but they contain quercetin and pectin, which are really important for immune function and also helpful for digestion. Now, if this template is making sense so far, hit the like button and comment below. Let me know if this is something that you're willing to try, something that might be helpful for you. And when you do this, it also tells the algorithm and me that this type of content is helpful for you so that I can make more helpful content in the future. Now, we talked all about food, okay, and what foods can help us during a flare. But the other really important thing to remember during a flare-up is to stay well hydrated. But plain water alone just won't cut it. And this is because inflammation causes your body to burn through minerals more quickly. And if you're not replenishing those electrolytes, you may feel even more drained or foggy or dizzy or anxious or whatever symptoms tend to happen during your flare-ups. You might experience a little bit more of that if you're low on electrolytes. So that's why hydrating with minerals is key to calming the system and restoring balance. Some examples of what you can drink to do this are brothy soups, where you could add in some vegetables and well-cooked proteins to give your body a little more substance. But broth, even vegetable broths, tend to have a lot of minerals in them, which are really good for you and for replenishing those electrolytes. Herbal teas like chamomile, ginger, or fennel that, like we've already talked about, are really soothing to the gut and the nervous system. And also water, this is really simple. Water with just a pinch of sea salt and some lemon squeezed in is a really easy way for you to support your electrolyte balance at home. Hydration is really calming to your nervous system, and it's nourishing for your cells, especially when minerals are involved. You can think of it almost like internal repair fuel that's helping to carry nutrients where they need to go. They help to flush out toxins and calm inflammation. And I just want to say this is not about perfection, so if you're starting to go there, stop. It's not about perfection. And honestly, trying to be perfect when your body is in crisis can backfire, right? Stressing over every bite only adds more tension to your system, which can actually prolong the flare, which we don't want to do. Your body needs calm, not control. So instead of obsessing over what you can't eat, I want you to focus on what helps you to feel safe and supported. What feels soothing? What's easy to digest? This is a time for you to really nourish your body and not deprive. So a flare-up menu should feel more like a warm hug instead of a rigid set of rules. And remember, you're not failing if your meals aren't picture perfect. You're doing something powerful by just responding to your body with care. Now, I also want to say that while these calming foods that we just went over can be a lifesaver during a flare, it's important to remember that this is a short-term strategy, not a long-term solution. During a flare, you might have more digestive struggles, your appetite might drop, your body might struggle to digest heavier meals, and you're probably going to have low energy. And that's why this flare-up reset template is designed to be gentle and really easy on your system. But once the flare starts to calm, your body's going to need much more than just bone broth and well-cooked vegetables. To truly repair tissue, rebuild strength, and support immune resilience, you will need adequate calories and a variety of nutrient-dense foods, especially high-quality protein. So everything that we just talked about, I want you to look at it like a tool in your toolbox that you can take out when you need it. And then when the flare subsides, you can gradually transition back into a more robust healing diet once you're ready. In the next video, we're going to talk about why a perfectionist mindset can sabotage your healing efforts and what you can do instead. See you in the next one.